Welcome to another edition of Now You Know Sports. I'm Mike Maddalini, and today I'm joined with Baby Shaq. So, to get right into it today, we're going to talk about BC football a little bit. Now, I was definitely one of the doubters in the beginning of the season. I definitely thought they weren't going to do very much, but Chris Crane has definitely grown into his quarterback position. They've won a lot of big games so far, and I'm seeing a 9 or 10 win team right now.
I agree completely, actually. The Virginia Tech win, I thought, surprised a lot of people. And, pretty much we just came out there and pretty much whooped them. The Virginia Tech can't really pass that well. And, we were a great run-stopping team. We stopped their run, and we just put up some points, and it was an easy victory. Kind of just goes to show the weakness of the ACC this year. Not to rip on BC. I love my Eagles. But, every team that has been, the favorite in the ACC since the beginning of the season has lost. And now people are saying we're the favorite, so hopefully we can win, but,
Clemson's definitely gone downhill. We've got a big team, and they've basically become terrible this year.
I can't remember a meltdown like Clemson's in the past few years. They were number 9 preseason, came out, lost the first game to Alabama. A good team. Got to give them respect. And then they lose, 4 straight. They're 3-4 right now, and they fire their coach, not even getting votes. They're at the bottom of the Atlantic Division. It's just it's a miserable season. I don't want to keep saying this because we play them next week, and I don't want to. I'm sure they're watching. I don't want to get them all fired up, but I think we look pretty good in that game as well. So who knows what will happen for the rest of this BC season?
I think agree with that.
All right, so moving along, we're gonna do a little recap of the MLB playoffs, and what do you think? What's your overview of now that the AL and the NLCS are both over? Kind of talk, recap. What do you see as the highlights of those series?
Well, no, I think the divisional series were really weak all over. Basically, the teams blew by them, and we got the big series, the Sox and the Rays. That was my favorite series, of course. Even though my Sox lost, that comeback was incredible, and I really thought they had the momentum to win the game, but the Rays took it in the end. And I think the Rays are the better team and the best team in the playoffs right now. Look for them. I think they're going to finish up in the World Series.
I agree completely. Now looking at the Dodgers and the Phillies. The way the Dodgers played against the Cubs, I could have told you they would have run through the Phillies and been right in the World Series, playing a stronger AL team. But they just didn't come to play. The big matchup in this series was the fact that the Phillies can hit so many home runs, and the Dodgers actually gave up the least amount of home runs in the regular season. So you look at, usually better pitching beats good hitting, and that was not the case at all. The Phillies had a few, in games 1 and 4, had a few key home runs. Game 4, they hit 2 2-run home runs in the 7th inning, game over. Dodgers were winning that game before. Game 1, Phillies hit 2 home runs in the 6th inning, game over. Dodgers could not stop the home run, the long ball, and that really cost them this series. Now looking on at the World Series, it's Rays-Phillies. I'm not a big fan of this Phillies team. I think starting pitching gets you championships, and aside from Cole Hamels, who I think is the best pitcher in the playoffs right now, aside from that, Brett Myers, Jamie Moyer, not good starters in the postseason. I look for the Rays' young pitchers and young hitters to just tear Brett Myers and Jamie Moyer up, and
The Rays coming back from the worst record in the league to be in the World Series. They're young. They have too much momentum. I really don't think they can be stopped.
Yeah, I say 5 games. Actually, it's gonna be a quick one.
Yeah, definitely. But that season ending, we're gonna start up a new season. NBA season's around the corner. And we got new rookies this year, who I actually think a lot of them are overrated. I think Derrick Rose is going to be the only one that's going to be a big impact player. I think Mayo's overrated, Beasley's overrated, and maybe some of the sleepers like Kevin Love might make a big impact. But overall in the NBA season, I'm looking at a recap of last year. I don't see much different than Celtics-Lakers.
I completely agree with that. You look at this, the New Orleans Hornets got James Posey. That was a good pickup. But, with the Lakers having Andrew Bynum return, I think that kind of offsets that. Bynum was the physical presence. I think the Lakers obviously they were missing a physical presence in the NBA Finals because the Celtics just took advantage of that. I think Bynum will obviously help them in that respect, and I think it's going to be a repeat of the Finals, and it should be very interesting to see who will win that. But you look at the Hornets; they're a pretty good team that could surprise the Lakers in the playoffs. You look at the Portland Trail Blazers, who now have Greg Oden back from his injury. A lot of young talent. They could be a sleeper team. You look at the East. I don't really see a team in the East that's going to take over the Celtics. But you look at the Raptors, who just picked up Jermaine O'Neal, which was a great pickup. They have him and Bosh, and also the Philadelphia 76ers taking Elton Brand from the Clippers. You got to look out for them. But
the thing is, the Celtics' big three. They're still in their prime. They're the second year together. It's going to be real tough to beat them.
Look for a magical finish to the NBA Finals again. Celtics-Lakers should be a good one. That'll be it for this week's edition. Now You Know Sports. I'm Brian Page for Mike Matalini, and we'll send it back to the desk.